The zombie is a monster that is tailor-made for our culture. There are many aspects to the horror of the zombie horde that get us right where it counts. And that's why they're so interesting. All monsters, all popular monsters, are trying to tell us something about who we are. They do this by embodying our doubts and fears. Zombies embody our modern doubts, fears, and anxieties. About death. For one thing, zombies look like dead people. Well, that's because they are dead people. But in their varying stages of decay, they are showing us what we will look like in the future, after our own death. It's as if they were saying, if there's nothing up there, then this is you. They don't politely remain in the cemetery where we put them. Out of sight, out of mind. They come out and wander around and rub our face in the fact that we are only bodies, and that we will ultimately dry up or rot and then fall apart. This is kind of horrifying in a culture that avoids thoughts of mortality and death. We spend millions or billions on products that supposedly combat aging. Unlike ages past when Grandpa died in the bedroom in the back of our house, now he dies elsewhere, under professional supervision, and our visits can be limited in both time and frequency. Back in the day, the corpse was always in attendance at his own funeral, with the casket open. Not much anymore at modern funerals. We don't want to think about mortality and death, let alone see it. That's why zombies are so popular. Monsters always know what we are suppressing, and they force us to face that. And the reality that zombies are forcing us to face is the face of death. Monsters kill. They always have. But zombies don't just make us dead. They kill us in a certain particular way. And the way they do us in is to show us something that we are trying to suppress. Something that we would rather not think about. There are several aspects to death by zombie. One is that a zombie death is slow and persistent. That's because that's the way zombies are. You go one way, they shamble after you. You go another way, they slowly change direction and come after you. You evade one group of zombies one day, but then you have to deal with another group on another day. They just keep coming and coming. The persistence of zombie death is ever present and exhausting. So here's the thing. The persistence of zombies personifies the inevitability of death, and it ratchets up our fear of mortality. Simon Pegg, co-writer, director, and actor of Shaun of the Dead, explains that zombies are death and they will get you in the end. We could all be in a room now with one, and quite happily walk round and round the room, and he'd never get you, because he'd just be stumbling along. But eventually you'd have to go to sleep, and when you did, he'd eat you. There's just something really eerie about that. Like all monsters in the history of human storytelling, the zombie kills its victims. But the threat of death's inevitability is more significant when one lives in a reality without the transcendent, as many do in the West. Without the transcendent, there is no hope of anything beyond death. In this context, life is equivalent to biological life. Without any future beyond this world, the zombie horde represents to modern man an ambulatory mass grave. And as such, it forces us to face the inevitability of our own death, and the fact that it is final. It didn't used to be like this. A century or two ago, it was not final. It was just a transition through which one passed onto something else. But today, death is a permanent state of non-being. And many of us would rather not think about that. And the zombie horde, as a monster, doesn't let us get away with this evasion. In our next video about zombies, we will be talking about the zombies' sense of humor. Thank you, and we'll see you there.